Well, hey there gamers, it's Carputing, and today I'm building a Windows 7 Retro PC. That's right, I just said Windows 7 Retro PC, because at this point, if you're using Windows 7, you're a holdout because you like the old way. So, trust me, I love Windows 7 too. It was the best operating system of its time, and it is still getting updates until January 2026 through the Windows Server 2008 R2 Premium Assurance Program, fun fact, which gives updates for 5 years past the normal extended end of support. And you can patch Windows 7 to get those updates. So not going to rant about that too much, but Windows 7 still is updated for important and critical fixes for security. So that's pretty cool. You're actually not as insecure as a lot of people think on Windows 7. So it's kind of weird calling it retro and saying it's still in development, but you know, I don't know. We're gonna go with that. So this is my retro Windows 7 PC. So I'll get a close-up of inside the case when I start to go do stuff, I guess, but you know, I'm still new to the whole process of how you record these videos and stuff, so I guess I'm going to start by talking about it, and then I'll show you about it. So this is going to be a long-form video. I'm going to do minimal edits to it, but this is going to be kind of the whole project of me working on this PC. I might do some stuff like this. I've been working on my other main PC with an Intel 14900KS. I'm downgrading to a K, just a K, or at least I've tried to, because holy crap, my CPU degraded on that PC, and I may have deleted another one, and I don't know if it was my fault, but one 14900K was dead when I went to go use it. So figuring that out. Anyways, got other PCs to use in the meantime, not as powerful, but this is just going to be a more fun PC. So some of the cool things I'm going to do with this, I'm upgrading the Intel i7 4820K, I believe that's the model, with this, let me just double check, yeah, with this i7 4930K. So this is, I think, the second most powerful i7 of this generation that you could get. This is an ASUS something X79WS motherboard. I'll show you the exact model once we get the case open. But this is about the best processor you can get for this socket. You know, this isn't by all means the best Windows PC to ever exist. You could go further up in the processor chain, but you know, this was e-waste. So I thought, you know what, the hardware in it's absolutely worthless, to be honest, other than the motherboard and the power supply, which is really cool. We'll get to that. It's got a power supply some of you have never seen before, guaranteed. So anyways, we're going to start with some upgrades, and I thought, you know what, the CPU, you could go with a Xeon CPU. There are a lot of Xeon options, and I saw a lot of people with this motherboard do go with the Xeons. But in modern day, I think you want a bit more single-core performance, and Xeons are more targeted towards the multi-core performance. So, to my understanding, the best Xeons of this generation are actually inferior on the single core to the Intel i7 4930K. So, I'm really excited to build this because my current PC is water-cooled, and it's not just with an AIO cooler like my last two custom builds before this one were. Those were lovely. I love those PCs. I have a custom water loop in this one, and my PC's delidded, or my processor's delidded. So it's very frustrating to do anything. I can't just unbolt the 4 screws, take off the AIO, swap out a CPU. No, I gotta drain the loop, I gotta pull the tubes. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to rebuild part of the coolant loop. Just the tubing is horrid in it right now. You know, it's my first, I'm ranting about multiple things, but you know what, this is a long form Carputing video. Maybe I'll put a timestamp on screen now of when I stop rambling and get into the PC. I don't know, maybe I won't. So yeah, anyways, main PC, I have my other one, it's just needs a new CPU. I've got my Z790 Godlike motherboard on the table with a shirt on top of it right now to make sure no dust gets in the CPU pins, which I hope the CPU's not screwed. I've got my 4090 with a pair of pajama pants over it because, you know, I've had to take it in and out and remove it 30 times reinstalling Windows over the past 2 weeks, so that's been extremely frustrating. Hopefully the PCIe slot holds up, but it better because my motherboard's like $2,000. I got my PC on the floor in shambles. I drained the water cooling kit decent enough. It was very annoying to do that, but we did it. And now I've pulled my motherboard out twice because Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna rant. You know, we're gonna go on a rant before we go into this PC about why this is like this is gonna be a very fun project to me, because you gotta be fucking stupid to screw up what I'm gonna do here. And if I screw something up, I'm gonna eat those words. I'm a stupid individual on this PC. So, anyways, yeah, with my other PC, oh my gosh. And because I delidded it, it doesn't have the normal, of course, Intel little clamp thingy to clamp the CPU down. So I've got some little back bracket that I gotta freaking put foam on. It's about yay big, the back bracket. I gotta put foam underneath it, put it on the table, and then like position my motherboard above it so the screws line up with the hole. Then I put the CPU and then I put the cooler in. So it's like, oh my gosh, I did that twice today, because the first time I did it, the motherboard CPU light was on. I'm like, no, don't do this to me, because even I didn't hook up the water cooling yet. You can just put the cooler on it with no water cooling, and you can let it go for a minute or two to see if it'll post, see if it all's good. But no, damn, the freaking CPU light was on the motherboard, so that just tells me right away, without even needing to look at anything, the processor is not detected as expected. So I undo all that, clean off the liquid metal, because I'm using liquid metal, conductor not extreme. I'm just going all out with this cooling. I have a PC I use with a Intel 14700, and that thing hits 100 degrees Celsius all day, albeit it's got a weak cooling system. But the Intel 14th gen, if you're getting into 14900, KF, any of the 900s variants, let alone the KS that I was running, which I not even don't want to run a KS again, just because it's 150 watt versus the K and KF 14900s are 125 watt. I hope my rambling is making sense. Those who understand computer stuff, like some of you are going to get what I'm saying, and some of you are going to be like, I have no idea what Carputing's ranting about right now, but you know, I just need to talk, okay? So yeah, it's put the CPU in, put the cooler on, CPU light was on my motherboard, not this thing again, my other PC. I'm like, oh geez. So I take the CPU out, reseat it, I clean it off, apply liquid metal again, can reseat it, try to make sure I'm doing all the screws nice and perfect, and then just death, just nothing. I looked at the pins on my motherboard up close and there was no damage, so yeah, I don't know, that's that. So this computer, like I said, we're going to go back into that. I think that's my rant about my new PC for now. But this is the i7-4930K. I've got Noctua NT-H1 thermal paste, which is just good stuff. You know, I could get Gerbauer's Conductonaut, or sorry, Cryonaut extreme thermal paste. But, you know, this is a 4th gen i7 that's I'm not going to overclock it right away. I might at some point. And it's got a crappy cooler on it. So you know what? I wanted to get a new cooler for it before I upgraded the processor, but I really like Noctua coolers for old stuff like this. So I looked at it, and Noctua's, I said I was going to get, well, I'm kind of getting into this computer. So Noctua, wonderful company. You can email them if you buy one of their coolers and you say like, hey, I need this old bracket that is not included with the kit anymore, and they'll mail it to you for free. But I was reading the terms on that. I was like, okay, I'll buy one off Amazon. It said you also have to provide your motherboard receipt, I think. I might call Noctua and double check that, because I don't have a receipt for this old e-waste motherboard. But, you know, I would have a receipt. I'm happy to buy a Noctua cooler from whatever they need, whatever company. So I'll figure that out at some point. But for now, we're going to run the stock shitty cooler on this. It's 4th gen Intel. I don't care. It's fine. So things we're going to do, we've got a few things. So I've got 2 of these. One of them has a bracket. One of them doesn't. Don't know. It's a long story. I ordered the other one before I saw this one. And I might put 2 SSDs in anyways. So Windows 7 normally doesn't have NVMe support. Of course, this whole motherboard doesn't. But there is a bunch of hacky stuff out there. There's a mod for the BIOS to this motherboard, which adds the NVMe firmware. And then there is a thing you can do to inject drivers into the Windows 7 installer to add the NVMe drivers, which are added to Windows 7 in a later hotfix.
So that's what I'm gonna do. I already updated the BIOS on this once to the newest version. Before I was like, whoopsies, I should probably video that. But it's okay, because I gotta update the BIOS again to the modified version to add NVMe support. So I will film that. But yeah, I basically just updated the BIOS on this, and then I was like, you know what? It wouldn't boot into Windows also, so there's no point showing that. The configuration on it got wiped, I think, with a dead CMOS battery. I probably should replace the CMOS battery, but we'll worry about that another time. So yeah, we're gonna have a 1 terabyte Samsung SSD, I think, or I might put like a 256 gig something else in there. I don't know. It takes a long time to update Windows 7 and a lot of restarts and stuff. And I to be honest, just don't want to. I've had to reinstall Windows so much over the past while that I don't want to reinstall Windows again right now. Let me go turn the light on for you guys. You guys probably want the light. Boom. And then I'll, let me put the one on over here. My cat's just, sorry to blind you, baby. My cat just got blinded. So make sure this is all in frame. So this is really cool also. I'll just show off all the parts we're going to throw in this thing bit by bit. But if you guys take a minute, pause, and see what you notice about this packaging. See if you notice anything. I'll give you a look-see, a little every side. Pause it and tell me in the comments before you continue. Write a comment right now. What do you notice about this packaging? There's something about it. Pause the video and write a comment. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The thing about this packaging, I got it on eBay. There's no brand name. Like, this has got to be like illegal for a normal store to sell because there's no French. It's Canada. They need French. There's no like regulatory symbols or anything. There's no brand name. I showed this to my mom and she didn't get it. And then she did. And she's like, oh, that's cool. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen, like, even all the China stuff you get has some nonsensical brand name on it. This China stuff, but it's even on the tag, it doesn't have a brand name. I don't know if that product code's leaked somewhere. But like, that's cool. It's not like advertising. They just, I was looking on eBay. I went to buy another, a different one, a TP-Link one. And then the seller just canceled my order for out of stock. And I'm like, I messaged him. I'm like, why, like, did you list this? Are you just out of stock? Did you not want to ship it to me? Cause I'm Canada, you US or what? And he just never replied. So it's like, okay, I don't care. But yeah, not getting the name brand one. So then I saw this. I was like, you know what? That looks cool. It had like 60 or 70 sold. The seller had good reputation. And boom. Wow, look at that thing. That's pretty cool. So this has dual band. That's actually really nice quality. EDU. Is that the brand name? So this is where you put the antennas. That's really, it's got the MAC address. That is a really well-made little piece of kit. Oh, and they give you the antennas. Oh, that's so generous. And then, what is, there it is. That's cool. So they give you drivers. That's cool. Those are important because I will not be finding them online. But I guess this is it. This is, well, there's no name brand on it. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, we'll put that in a minute. Knock to a stuff. Got cleaning wipe and spatula. That's that. And then here is some RAM I got from China. 64 gigabytes of, let me just take it out. You know, this was my favorite seller because I just ordered it, this RAM, and then the seller messaged me when I got it. He's like, oh, I see it was delivered, and I'm not being rude, poor English seller, so like he went out of his way to do this. He's like, let me know if there's like any issues with it, like instead of opening a dispute, rather help you out. So I messaged him, I'm like, got it, looks no damage, looks great. Thank you so much, nice seller. He's like, okay, cool, wow. So yeah, that's nice. So G-Skill Ripjaws Act. We're just gonna throw that all right in. But yeah, 64 gigabytes, 8 times 8 sticks. Here's how we get this off. If you guys see, I don't know if the camera picks it up, but there's 2 power cables in this thing. There we go. But there's 2 power supplies and they're hot swappable, so you can rip them out. Also, I've pretty much determined that's the graphics card connector, I think. I have a 980 Ti on the way, but it's not here yet. Yeah, that's gonna go in here. Where did I put the cable thing? Oh yeah, also I just snipped the nice cabling stuff and tried to identify some power wires. That's all I've done. In here, we've got, I was trying to find the cable to show you guys, but you know what? Maybe I'll do it at some point and then we can display the concept I'm about to explain. But this was a video wall controller. So it has this one graphics card here, which is the NVIDIA Quadro 2000D. Piece of shit, like 1 gig graphics card, and it's also for workstation use. You know, that's that. And then it's got these two cool things, which are like video controllers. So let me show you guys. Okay, so there's the dual hot swappable power supplies, but so see here, it's got, I have this DVI to HDMI connector just for a monitor cable right now. Here, let me just throw that on the floor for now. But yeah, so you can see it's got each DVI port goes to one of these massive connectors here, and then each of those has 4 DVIs coming out of it. Oh shit, I gotta find the cables now, don't I? Okay, gang, I found the cables. I did it for you. Let me just unwrap them. I'm only going to show you how one works, but it is pretty cool. So you go, yeah, let me the old camera button. Boom. All right, there we go. The way it works is, which one was this? This is in. You go like that. I'm not going to screw it in. And then you go like, oh, is that, which way do these go? That way? Bendy that way? Yeah, and then that way. So, boom, that's how that works. And then you see you've got 4 DVI cables. I call it a piece of shit graphics card, but it is really, really cool for video wall stuff. But we're gonna be getting rid of all of these cards, this graphics card, because like I said, this is gonna be like a Windows 7 gaming PC kind of, with a really cool power supply setup, the dual, you can flip them off. They got green lights on them and all that stuff. Metal handles to pull. It's like $500 US for a used one of these, or like a China knockoff. So that's really cool. I could put like a modular ATX power supply in here, and it would let me do SLI graphics cards, because this power supply convoluted setup can only do like one 8-pin and 6-pin GPU. That out. Really don't want to replace the graphics or the power supply in this as long as it works for this project, because it's just so cool. Party trick. They're loud power supplies. They're like, this is meant to sit in like a server room, but you know, they are a kind of cool party trick. They're absolutely useless for just having for like a PC thing. I don't know. Well, I guess it's, yeah, they're useless for this situation. Oh, gamers, you know you're out of it when you're looking for your screwdriver set and you can't find your screwdriver set or your screwdriver, but it's already in your screwdriver set. So anyways, I need to take this stuff out. So that looks like a big Phillips. So we're going to do that. Now, I'm so proud of myself that I grew up and I stopped calling these star screwdriver, but you know, that should have been the name. We're going to get that one out. And then I think, yeah, over here, there's something, whoo, on the end of it. There we go. Now she wants to go. So let me just take that out. Oh, thank gosh for magnetic screws. Also, I should probably find a better spot to put these. Let me go, the one on top, went on top, and one on bottom, one on bottom. So now that just comes out. And then we need to do this other one too. Got this cool, nice foam on top. Little attention to detail. Oh no, don't lose screws, don't lose screws. Oh my gosh. Whew. I went through so much not fun earlier, losing screws and tipping my PC to find them and stuff. Thankfully, it wasn't the end of the world when it really could have been a lot worse, but oh my gosh, it's gamers, take precautions. Do not lose screws. Oh, okay. So now that should, oh, and is there another little, that is crazy. Is that part of this? It is. So okay, cool. That came out, and then let me just put that in the little organization pile. And then how does this, oh, that just twists out. Well, that's pretty fancy. All right, now we've got access to all this crap. We're gonna take this, what is it, 4-pin IDE? I don't know, this 4-pin connector can get out. Come on, there we go. And it's, oh wow, it's, they're screwed in over here too. Things are really, really held in there. Let's get that out. Wow, I turned my fans off to record this video and instantly my room's getting hot, gamers. Whew. So many like proprietary little cables leading places in this too. All right, so we got 2 screws for those out. And then I think these are like oh, there are screws on the other side. Okay.
on the PCIe like wall bracket thing. What is this part called? This little bracket, standard size bracket. Is that as simple as it is? I don't know. So, all right, that. Oh, don't drop the screw. Magnet, magnet. Thank you. So that should be these cards out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They just come. They like that is one. There's two cards. Oh, it is two cards bridged into one, and only one of them plugs in. That's crazy. So there's that. No idea what model of card that is. It's got some like Barco sticker on it, so it could be Barco proprietary, but not too sure. The blue ones are the primary PCIe slots, I think, something like that. I think I should move the graphics card up. Okay, is that okay? So that goes like that. So that'll move that graphics card. Well, you know, I guess I should leave the graphics card out for a minute. Do we just run this off integrated graphic? Is there integrated graphics port? Nope. No, you need a graphics card back in these days. Okay, that's crazy. Here we go. First, let's disconnect. Come on. There you go. Disconnect that little fan header. And then, oh, that is in there. Just nice crack at each corner so it's even on the first bit of pressure. I always try to be not an idiot. I don't know if that's just how they all used to feel, but this cooler feels so heavy duty. Is this looks like an Intel stock cooler. Is it? Is it some nutty server cooler? Is it a good cooler and I'm just dumb? Here, one came out. Two. Uh-oh. 3, 4. Okay, so let's take that off. Oh, that just comes right nice and off. So we'll just, oh, it's copper. Okay, so yeah, liquid metal down. But yeah, that's nice. I forgot how easy these things were to like change and clean. Oh, there's dual? There's like a dual bracket? What? This is all recording, right? Yeah, okay. Like, this is kind of cool. It's been a while since I've toned back to this old hardware like this. How do I open this? Is this fully, did guy fully seal this? Am I just dumb? Well, thank you, eBay seller, for this nice CPU. He was a Canadian seller and he had 50 of these sold or something and a bunch more. Look at that, that's good packaging. That's awesome. Thank you, eBay seller, for not being an... I guess people are going to complain if you ship bad stuff, but hey. How do I get the tape off here without like... There we go. I hope there's not like pins on here I'm about to destroy, but something tells me there might be. Oh no, there, oh my gosh, there's like no pins on here. Wow. Okay. Let me isopropyl this lid too, because it'll have some tape residue on it. Yeah. That's okay. Thank you, seller, for the... I'd rather it be packed too carefully and then... Oh, there are lots of pins. Oh, the pins are still on the board. Okay. Let me... Where is... Boop. 99% IPA bottle. This lets you know... Let me just... You know what? Oh, I gotta do it in the camera for you guys. Whee! 99% IPA, LFG, let's frickin' game. All right. So that should be nice and happy. And then let's take a dry one. Like that. And then here, gamers, you can see, I hate iPhone, but they're so good at auto adjusting. i7 4930K. So, boom. Let's get this out. So that's like, am I? Okay, no, it's just whoop. And then where's the arrow? The arrow is down there, so I gotta flip it like this way. And then whoa, don't drop it. Yay, got it. All right. And then I'm just gonna, Or maybe we hold it from the side. Well, come on, lots of pins. Lots of pins. That feels right. That's about right. Well, that was probably a bit hard, but okay, so now what does this do? What is, oh, okay, so this one goes in first, I think. So that holds that. Wait. Oh, wait, no. I'm learning so much about how this works. Okay, come on. Yeah, you go like that, then you hold that down, then you go like that. Then that's how you get the contact pressure. Cool. So that is neat. While that's all apart, let's take out this. Is that the, no, this is the bendy one. Yeah, let's not break those. So doop, doop, doop. All the RAM out. We're gonna replace all the parts and it better work. Yeah, there we go. This is the RAM right now in it. It's Samsung 4 gig. I don't know if it's 1800 megahertz like the new RAM is, but it's RAM. There's that. Let me take that stick out. Thank you. And we'll go over to this side, snap those. Yeah. Cool. And that. And that. So now we're going to get the RAM in. That's all fun. Oh, what did I just, oh, did I just drop RAM? Oh no, I just dropped RAM. Oh no, RAM just fell down the stairs. Oh no, oh that's crazy. Okay, we're gonna put the fall down RAM on the two left, very left slots, and we'll remember that. Okay, so is this, that go? To get this RAM in. It's been so long since I've DDR3'd. Oh yeah, it's just picky. It's just, you gotta be rough with it a bit. All right. So there's another stick maybe going in. Now, thermal paste. Let me put that RAM over to the side. I'll get two of these and I'll just stack all the Samsung RAM in here. Yeah, let's do that. Well, here we go. There we go. CPU's in. There is the thermal grease. This is a crappy cooler for sure. It's spherical. And coolers should be the size of the CPU. There's all that nice. Thank you for the wipes, Noctua, but I already have them. All right, the bigger the glob, the better the job. Cool. That's probably plenty. That is hopefully plenty. Now, I guess I'll just put the cooler back. Yeah, that's plenty for this level of cooler. And that's how it was. Oh, I need to manhandle. I remember this style of cooler. You need to, yeah. And then, oh, nope. Oh, is it like actually a lot of pressure you gotta use? Am I like not being stupid right now? Okay, what am I doing wrong? Why does this feel like not accurate? Okay, is it accurate? Is it 1? Am I like bastardizing the CPU? This feels so wrong. Maybe it's right. All right, that's in. And then next, let's get our PCIe Wi-Fi card in. Is this how it? I think that's the spot to put it. Maybe down a bit more.
Okay, so 980 Ti up here, maybe. That's where the NVMe is gonna go, I think. So is this a good one? Let's put it in this bottom one. This second from the bottom one. Oh, don't want to lose that. Don't want to lose that. Kick this to the curb for now. And then, where did I just drop that? No. Oh, that's where. All right, so like, that feels legit. Oh, maybe not. Okay, so this is the SSD we're gonna chop in there. And to do that, now for this little, God damn it, you green. Give better packaging for us who fucking have no nails. Well, I got scissors. There we go. There's that. What am I dealing with in here? Oh, we've got a Ugreen manual, garbage pile. We've got PCI bracket, full send, and a screw thing. That's cool. Here is this, and then, so that's, oh, there's the card. I was like, where's the card? And it's got this metal bracket, which we love to see. And it's got this little kit of screws I'm about to put everywhere on the floor and then be really mad and surprised. All right, use that little table. Here you go, little table area. How about that? Oh, please tell me that one of these is an M.2 screw. We'll take it as maybe. How does this work? Oh, they probably had an instruction manual that I just threw out without any. Is there no pictures? Where's the English section needs pictures? And that is absolutely useless. Is it this one? Oh, thank God. Okay. By the screws provided. Well, that is so, the screws provided. Okay. Is that this one? I think it's those two big ones. We'll do that. So this will go like that. And then this. Is it meant to? Yeah, like that. Oh, it goes behind, I think. I think that's how it's meant to be. Yeah. Yeah, that looks right. Oh my. There we go. We got that. We got this screwdriver. Is it magnetic? Oh. Where's my other screwdriver? Fuck you, that screwdriver. Come on. Oh, come on. There we go. Thank you. Don't give me a non-magnetic screwdriver, you green. Sorry. Anyways. What? And is it that easy? Oh, it is that easy. Oh, maybe it's not that easy. Is this the wrong screws? What? Maybe not. Do I just need to like start it? Oh, you just need to like start it. Is that might be the wrong screws. Is it this one? It's definitely that one. I love when they don't label anything. I'm still giving you a 5-star review if this works, you green. But there is room for improvement. But you remember I was a good customer. All right. So that's that. That's nice and solid. Then let's throw our M.2 in there. probably with this screw. And then the big ones, I guess, go on top. All right. So I need this little guy. Come on. Lock the fuck in. I think I'm wrong. No, there is still M.2 thread room. Do I remove this one? Yeah, there's no room for a screw in from the top. How? Let me take that out. And then put this back, screw it back in. So let me just unbreak that. How does this work? Am I the stupid one? Is it just... do I just take out this bottom? I think it's meant to have an air gap, but like, maybe not. Let me take out this second one again that I just put in, and then like, whoa, put that in. I think this is the dumbest design if this is how it is. There's no way. There's no way this is how it's made. Let me get that. And then, do you slot this? That is so stupid. That is dumb. That is so dumb. It works, but the instructions suck, and that's so dumb. Okay. I guess that is dumb. Put that. Can you guys still see me? I'm probably gonna have to cut out a bunch where my head was just in the way, but that's okay. Here, let me give you a better view on what I'm doing over here. So we've got the card here, little card. We're gonna see if we can. Oh yeah, they love just being forced in there. Then we're gonna take this little PCIe bracket cover screw thing, slap that over there. That's nice. And that's in there. And then I'll put this thing, well, I guess I gotta put the 2000D back in first, which I want going on here. So, oh, I guess I can like slide all those up. And this thing only, it's nice because this only takes the power from the PCIe slot. So I can worry about power connectors to the GPU later. That's crazy that GPUs just back in the day didn't need power connectors. I mean, I'm sure there's still some out there, but they're probably far and few between, versus this was good for a while. And now look at that, all those brackets are covered back up, so this looks still nice, prim, and fairly proper, other than the stupid IDE cable that is definitely, look at all the room in this case now. So how did this work? Oh, I don't need that, so that's a bit, that can go. And then I don't need, that comes from the PSU. There's one that goes into the motherboard. I don't know if that just powers these or what, but I guess I'll worry about that later. And just tuck all this wiring to the side right in where it's in the way of the PSU. There we go. And we'll worry about that. We will make that clean later, gamers. So let me just, oh, can I shove some in here? Oh, I probably can shove some in here. Just like, make that a happy little accident. There we go. And that. And then we wanted to put, cannot forget the CPU fan connector now, can we? Keep that wire off the CPU. And wow, is it good to go? Let me just clean up garbage quick. And with the magic of editing, garbage is mostly cleaned up quick. Let me just spray some more isopropyl on this. And then, I didn't think I needed the IPA yet, but we're just, oh, I'm so, come on. There you go, happy little accident. Okay, so we're gonna do that slightly different. I got some extra screws laying around, which is a bad thing if you're in automotive. Hopefully it's okay here. Here we go. That's like that piece of, what is that? There's a hole. There's a hole. Why is there a physical hole? That's like a hole for thermal grease to get in. Is there a hole in the other one? Holy crap. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Now that that is mostly back together, where did I put my screwdriver? Let me get my, I don't know why I'm sealing this back up like this already, but we're gonna seal this back up for now. So, does this not just free hang? Do I gotta screw that in? Okay. Well, don't drop the screw. Don't drop the screw. There we go. Oh no. What did I miss? What did I drop for it to not take? Why aren't you taking? Oh, because I'm stupid. That is the wrong hole. Okay. There's two holes. And that one, and where's the other one? Let me in the other one. Why? Oh, it needs to go in like, it needs to go in from this angle. Where is it? There we go. Something like, there we go. And then it will slide in. This is dumb. I'm doing this in the wrong order. I'm doing this in the exact wrong order. Ah, screw almost gone. Nope. Oh, anyway, come on. Is it just like this? Is it just like this? Oh, I think it's... Yeah. All right, gamers, moment of truth. Let's see if it posts. That's a beep. Oh, you know, I should absolutely plug in the DisplayPort cable. That is wild. Even though his power supply is whizzing. Did I do something wrong? Oh my god, we have power. i9 4930, i7 4930K. Let me move this up for y'all. You can see it. Look at that going. 65 gigs, 64 gigs of RAM. It detects it. F1 to run setup. F1. Enter. F1. Nothing's happening. Do I need to like function F1? Oh, I do. It's function F1 on this keyboard. Ah. Oh my god. Okay, so that's my most successful PC project in the past day. Why is it? Oh, even XMP was a thing back then. Yeah. Throw on XMP. Do it. I said do it. Boom. Oh, is it working? Do I exit, save changes and reset? Yeah, it's setting it to 1866. So single cores, that's to make it more stable, I believe. Oh, and it just knows. All right, send it. Oh, you can hear it. You can hear it thinking. Whoa, come on. Show me the money. Delete. Did it work? Why does it say 13? It's still good. I guess I gotta get into Windows to do that. Well, oh, I need to flash the new BIOS. Oh, it thinks it's 2005. That is so cute. Cool. So I guess my next step is to update BIOS. All right, gamers, I've gained some mental capacity from dealing with things, and we're gonna see if we can get it going with the Windows 7 install. So, oh, I gotta flip those on. And press delete on the keyboard, get it going. I'm gonna run the BIOS update. I've got the BIOS mod by Fern, something like that. I don't know. If you Google this motherboard and NVMe, there's some thread from like 2020 and the download still works. Hopefully it does if someone's looking at this some point far in the future. Yeah, so I got it from there. What was it? Shift, enter. No, F1, FN, F1, that one. And then we're gonna go into advanced mode over here. Hopefully you guys see that all right. Let me zoom that in for you. There you go. I'm not dealing with screen recording stuff, I'm sorry. Advanced, I think it's here. Where is it? Nope. Boot, nope. Main, AI tweaker. Don't tell me AI with something this old. You don't do that. Where is it? Tool. Is this it? Oh yeah, this one. Okay, so that's that. Oh, whoopsies, I forgot to put the USB in. Oh, guess I should go back. Yeah, okay. And then go back again. That one, mod by Fern. So we're just gonna run that. Oh, what do you mean security verification failed? How do I turn off BIOS security verification? What? You know what? I couldn't find anything from not even 2 minutes of Google. Where can I, system agent configuration? No. Wait, what's this? No. Main. Security, maybe in here? This is useless. It's gotta be somewhere. Where's the security thing that says, what's this? Okay, that's dumb. Scroll down, there you go. Is it secure boot? Is that just all it wanted? Okay, UEFI, that's fine. No, that's all useless. This? No, that's not what I wanted. This one? Nope. Huh. I wonder if ChatGPT knows how to fix it. So ChatGPT said it's secure boot, and the internet said it's secure boot, so it should be secure boot. Oh, there. Delete all the secure. What the heck? How do I? It says enabled. How do I disable it? Is there no secure boot thing? Why? No, it's still enabled. Why is it enabled? Windows UEFI mode. Clear secure boot keys. Is this how? And then, is that how you do it? Oh, now secure boot's disabled. Okay. So I go here, this one, and run it. Oh, it still says, do I need to reboot? Is this just like the wrong area? Save changes. Okay, we're back here. Advanced mode. Boot. Got secure boot disabled and unloaded. So can you just do that? Damn it. Well, I guess I will, since it's doing the same thing, I will reset secure boot. Guess I want to load the default. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Oh, that saves it. No, cancel. Escape. There we go. Is that good now? Cool. Okay, secure boot's enabled again. And we'll save changes and exit. And back to ChatGPT. Right, so apparently there's this BIOS flashback button and port. So I have the modded file here, and then it says, hold this until it starts flashing. Is that it? Okay. So I think it's doing a BIOS flashback. Is that happy? I read the ASUS support page. Let me go double check that.
Alrighty gamers, it's Carputing back at it. It's been, I don't know, like about a week since I last left off with this. I might just pick up the video in the same clip, but I was struggling. This little USB I was trying to use here, let me go throw the lights on for y'all. The overhead studio lights, make sure y'all can see. Boom. Okay, sorry to my cat. He was relaxing, chilling, but now he's gonna deal with all this. So, yeah, anyways, this little USB, I put the custom BIOS. I've been trying the BIOS flash on it, and it just kept not working. And I tried renaming the BIOS file a couple things, like P9X79WS.cap is what it needed to be named. So I did that, and it just didn't want to work. Eventually, I got another USB, which I'll pull out. Let's just see if it turns on. I just flashed the new BIOS, putting the clip here of that flashing. There you go. You guys just saw it flash. So now it should hopefully recognize, is this okay? Did I break something? Oh, the USB. Oh no, it's happy. Okay. Okay, so that's promising. Where did I leave the mouse for this thing? Oh, I put it over here, didn't I? I think this is the mouse. Does it detect? Oh, it detects it. I think, no. Wait, no, I lied. Wait. How do I know if it detects it? Advanced mode? Can you guys see that? Let me bring that up a bit better for y'all. So this is still the newest BIOS. It's just supposed to know that the NVMe thing exists. Do we just try booting into Windows and see what happens? Well, at least I didn't cripple the BIOS. That's a win. I think that's the hard drives in it. I don't know if it detects. Let's just throw the Windows USB in the back and see how it works. Exit, discard changes. Yeah, I think F8. No, that's not what we want. I don't power that off. Was F8 the button? F8, spamming F8 on the keyboard. Let's see if it comes up. My cat's watching. He's okay, baby. Yeah, he's a good cat. Is F8 still nothing on the screen? Is F8 the button? Del? Delete? Okay, no, it didn't like that. Oh, does it still... It says SATA device. I don't know if it's just never going to list them here. Okay, I'm trying to figure out... Does it still have... Does it support the drive? Does it support the drive? Boot menu, F8. Try that. Oh, it's loading the Windows 7 installer. That's promising. Is it going to find the disk? Let's see. Let's see, will it find the disk? Got my cat right here, just chilling. Hello, Windows 7. Oh no, PFN list corrupt. Did it just try rebooting? So this is once again a funky Windows 7 USB with I think it's Windows 7 64-bit, and I think it has all of the versions, but only Windows 7 Ultimate is patched to have NVMe drivers. I don't know how to explain it past that, gamers. So hitting delete to see if we can get back into the BIOS. There we are. XMP didn't work, but we're going to worry about that later. It detects the 64. Oh, okay, no, don't default. Okay, boot menu. Then do we just... Okay, so that's the 4 gig USB I have in it. Is this... okay, we'll just try that one. Whoa! Just try... it can boot and... You're trying to boot it and buy... This will not work. Okay. I haven't made any changes, but it's gonna try to drag the USB. Let's also take out the new BIOS USB. And it should try to boot Windows 7 again. There we go. So if we get another blue screen,
The only USB plugged into this thing is the Logitech unifying receiver. And if that's causing a blue screen, I will be a very shocked individual. So we're gonna see if this wants to boot up happily now, and if so, that's great. If not, I'm gonna remake the USB. Oh, my cat's coming down. My cat's coming down. Okay, honey, I'll bring you back up after the video. Oh no, I think it's gonna. There we go. Okay, so RQL not less or equal. Is that the RAM causing an issue? I don't know. Let me go troubleshoot. Let me just make a normal Windows 7 USB and see if that boots. We'll go from there. See what happens now. Oh, okay. I need to power supplies are on. I have a Windows 7 just default formatted USB, just with the stock ISO. Let's see if it'll boot. I'm hoping it's not a RAM issue or an issue with the CPU, with the IRQ not less or equal error that it threw up on the last boot, but let's see what happens here. If the default Windows 7 ISO boots up and doesn't blue screen, it probably won't detect the drive, but I would like to know if we can avoid that blue screen. So let's go boot menu and boot from this SanDisk UEFI. Let's see. That is not what I said to boot from. Let's try again. It detects the USB in there, so I don't get why it didn't just boot there. Can we just pretend that didn't happen and it boots fine on the next boot? Why did it? I selected the USB UEFI and it went straight into the broke ass Windows install on it right now. Function F1. First, let's see if I know secure boot needed to be on for this. So let's go see advanced. Is it boot? Fast boot. Let's turn off fast boot. And is secure boot? Yeah, secure boot is on. And CSM boot from UEFI driver first. Legacy UE. Both UEFI first. Does this have both UEFI first? Okay, so hopefully that shows up what I just did in there. Let's zoom in a bit. I just set there's a boot from PCIe expansion devices, and it was set legacy OPROM first before, so now I set it to UEFI. I think that should be right. Let's see what happens. So save changes and reset. Sure. Let's see how it boots. I think I dragged the USB to be the primary boot device anyways. Let's see if it boots into the USB by default or tries to. I think it's trying to boot into Windows. Yeah, turning off fast boot, it sits at the BIOS screen for a hot minute. So what's it gonna try to boot into? Boot into the Windows 7 USB, please. Is this what turning off? Did fast boot used to really matter a lot more? Why is nothing happening? Hello? Try new USB port. Let's try that one. And turn off the power supplies. And turn on the power supplies. And that. Let's spam the delete button a few more times. See if we can get back into BIOS and check what it's trying to boot to first. If it's trying to boot to one of the two hard drives in it, it's going to be confused still, but we're hoping that it boots into the USB. Okay, function F1. Give me in a BIOS. There we go. So this is it just, yeah, that's okay. That is this, will this boot? This one? Oh, now it's booting. Okay, will it blue screen? Please don't blue screen. So this, once again, is just the stock ISO from the Windows 7 installation USB DVD tool thing. Come on. I don't want it to be a RAM. It's a RAM issue. Oh, bad pool header. What is that? Okay, time to Google bad pool header. Or should I just take some RAM out? Okay, we're back again, and I took half of the RAM out and I put it in dual channel or single, I don't know. It's only in there's blue and black RAM slots, and there's 4 of each, and I put it in the 4 blue RAM slots. So we've got 32 gigs of RAM pumping through right now. Let's see what happens. See if this crashes. The RAM's not even under XMP right now, so I don't know why it's being picky, but we'll narrow it down. Oh, that was not happy. Let's try throwing in, just to eliminate the RAM. I've still got the old RAM over here. Let me take out all the new RAM. Why did I seal this up so good? And let's swap in the old RAM just to see, you know, if it might be the RAM. One. And then boot menu. Boot to the SanDisk USB. Is it gonna give me a crash? Could it be the BIOS bad? I don't think it's the BIOS bad, but we'll see. So that's loading on up there. Starting Windows. Oh, I think it was the RAM. It was the RAM. Oh. Well, that is somewhat frustrating, but we'll work past it. I just sent a message to the eBay seller and was like, hey, RAM don't work. I put in your RAM, it don't work. I put in my old RAM, it worked, help. So we'll see what the seller says. But for now, let me throw back my Windows 7 USB with the NVMe drivers injected. And we will see if we can get Windows 7 to detect our NVMe SSD. You know, it's not the end of the world currently. Let me double zoom in. Because we got the upgraded processor and my graphics card came in the mail. So I'm going to be replacing the... let's see, what's it doing? It detects, does it only detect 8 gigs? What's going on here? Or is there, oh no, it detects it all. It's just, this BIOS wasn't built for, I guess, that. Anyways, back to boot menu, then let's boot into the data traveler. Okay, you want it to be UEFI, I'm sorry, I forgot. Kingston Data Traveler. And now it should work without crash. Now if it crashes, it is likely the Windows USB I created before it was the RAM. How did I know the RAM was the first thing to troubleshoot? Well, because my other PC, I think I ranted early in this video about it, it had the IRQ not less or equal error 2, which means either RAM or CPU. And I don't know, this is a lot simpler of a CPU than my modern CPU that I deleted, so I think the RAM was the better place to start, which as clear it was, because look, now Windows is loading. The RAM was clearly the issue. Unlike Windows 10 and 11, I don't need to set this to English World to avoid installing bloatware. Isn't that crazy? Please have the NVMe drivers, please detect my NVMe drive. It should show up as a 500 gig something. It's been so long since I've installed Windows 7, I'm so excited to get this sorted. And that's how we're gonna go. Windows, yeah, look, it says date modified. That's crazy. It updates the date modified to 2025 when I did this. That is freaking cool. Except, please, do you detect disk 0 and 1? Oh, is it this one? Oh my god, I think that's it. How do I... Okay, you need to click advanced to start deleting partitions. I don't care what date is on any of these, so let's just get these all deleted and see what we see. So this should be our solid state drive, unless there are 2 hard drives in here, so I don't know, maybe, let me quickly... So this is pretty cool, because like, look at that, you just pop out, look, yeah, there's one 300 gig hard drive. Oh, sorry, that wasn't on screen. And then there's another 300 gig hard drive. So that's cool. I don't know if those drives were both showing up just as one, but that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna pop those out, and I'm just gonna install Windows without those even in. We've got NVMe driver support successfully injected into the BIOS firmware. Shout out to Fern, or whoever you were on the forum that did the ASUS 4901 PX79 WS motherboard BIOS with the NVMe support. You're awesome. Here we go. It sees the USB, so I guess it was just real picky there for no reason. But we're back at, oh, I think USB 3 might be working, because that bar seems to be moving at a bit of a quicker rate than it was before. Starting Windows. We love starting Windows. Maybe one day. Hey, I may not be directly screen recording right now, but at least I'm on an ultra-wide monitor, and this aspect ratio looks okay on PC. And it's IPS, so this is the best you're going to get from me. Here you go. We've got the installer modified 4/4/2025. That is crazy. I thought that was like handled by Microsoft. I'm a goofy goober. And it says, what? Windows, this computer's hardware may not support booting. Can I just ignore that? Oh my god, I can. That is crazy. If Windows 7 boots off this NVMe, we are so happy. That is phenomenal. I forget, can you hot plug SATA? I'm wondering if I can just plug those hard drives back in and see what happens. Oh, I could put SATA solid state drives in there. That little front chassis part. Maybe we'll experiment with that, because yeah, spinning discs are just kind of stupid, but it would be cool to have RAID storage on this if I could figure out that RAID controller with those two 320 gig hard drives. Windows 7 looks like it's not crashing right away. I'm shocked that I did that. The hardest part was getting the BIOS flashback working on the ASUS motherboard. Like I said earlier, I was trying one USB and it just wouldn't detect. If you're trying to do something like this and one of your USBs ain't detecting right, what I did to fix it, I took another USB, I went into disk part, I cleaned it in disk part, and set it to MBR in disk part. Your BIOS flashback won't work unless it is a FAT32, preferably formatted, MBR USB. You can use FAT16 also, apparently, but I'm not using FAT16. It's installing! I'm happy! Oh my gosh! It's installing. Woo! Did it? That was a ridiculously quick Windows install. If that's good, can I just yank the drive now? The USB? Whoop! Yanked, yoinked. See if it'll boot. I don't know if that confuses it. Oh my god, no, it's happy. I think it's gonna be happy. That is crazy. That is so cool. I don't think there's a sound card in this thing right now. Oh, I should have probably left the USB in, maybe? Maybe not. Alright, and now I'll just call it user Chaz. That's my name. Let's go for that, and we'll call it C7. Okay, we'll just call it C7. And then from there, next, type your password. No. I'll get rid of all that, skip. See, when they just didn't care. Ask me later about updates. UTC my Eastern time. Sure, do the daylight savings. It's not close to 9 p.m. at all, but we'll let you synchronize on the internet later. And preparing your desktop. I guess I should go get the 980 Ti. Ta-da! Over here. There we go. And holy crap, it just worked. So, we are just right away going to shut that down. And get the light back on, because I turned the light off. Look how quiet that goes when it's off. And man, that shut down quick. Wow. You don't see computers just shut down even though updates haven't been applied, any of that stuff. Unscrew that. I think we're going to flip off the power supply because we can. Oh, I need to probably undo the PCIe slot. That would probably be smart. And then that card can come out for a while. We'll throw that on the side. And let's see. When I built my PC 2 PCs ago, it was a MSI 980 Ti. My buddy Jim has that. Shout out Jim. What would a good graphics card for this PC be? I thought, 980 Ti. It was a good card back then. You still hear people talk about the 980 Ti. So, without further ado, the NVIDIA GeForce GTX, not RTX, EVGA Still with the damn stickers on it. Is this an unused graphics card? Or did someone that isn't me not do the peel? Wow. Is this applied? Has this been on here for like a decade? That felt like it came off nice and good. And maybe it was used. It's got one display port exposed in the DVI, but look at all the ports on this thing. What a graphics card. Is this, oh, it's a dual slot. Oh my gosh. It's a dual slot. So let me take out one of these blocker brackets. Holy, they make GPUs that take up 2 PCIe slots. That's crazy. That's an absurd size for a GPU. 2 PCIe slots. Oh my gosh. What are they gonna do next? We're gonna see if we can seat that right in. Let me get my little screwdriver back and we'll get to screwing in this bracket, but that fit like a glove now, didn't it, gamers? Oh, what am I doing wrong? No, there we go, it went. It just didn't want to start. There we go. And then we got one more for over here. And it's in. Now I believe I need to go over here, and I think the red is 8-pin. I don't know, because I don't really have documentation I can find for this, but we're gonna make it work. How does this go together? I think this goes on this side, and goes something like that. Oh no, it clips on something like that. I think something like that. How does this go on? Well, was it like that? Was it like that? I think it's like that. Yeah, that feels right. So it goes like that. Oh, and it clicked in. That feels about right. Then, or that feels right. So before anyone criticizes me, now is the time. I feel like zip ties are the play, but I'm using these to get some stuff out of the way. I don't know what the meta is, zip ties versus not. Do I need this IDE plug thing? I don't know. What is this? This is SATA. We'll leave that. Let's get this one all wrapped up. Cool. So now let's plug in the DVI thing and see if it boots. Come on. Can I force of God it in there? Can I use the force of God to get this in there? Come on. Come on. No, that screw really doesn't want to go in right now. That's okay. It earned a break. Is it gonna boot? Oh, it came to life. Okay. So you can see lights on the 980 Ti. Is there anything on the screen? Come on. Come on. I got plugged in. Come on. Yeah, I saw the ASUS logo. I see starting Windows. We have a working 980 Ti. Let's go. Hell yeah. I guess the next part, wow, that is like a quick boot, even though drivers aren't installed for Windows. It's not bad. Your device has been installed successfully. Good old plug and play. That is a feature some people take for granted. So what we're gonna do is we've got memtest86 on a USB here, and we're just gonna, you know what, let me slap that into the USB 3.0 port on the back. And we're just gonna put in the new RAM and run memtest. Let me remove this old RAM here. Oop, that was working good. Because the nice kind of seller on eBay messaged me. I was like, hey, so I tried the RAM and it ain't working. And he's like, oh, try some of the sticks. Let me know how much of it's broken. I'm assuming he's gonna ship me back whatever's broken, I hope. So we're gonna run memtest86. I'm gonna use 2 sticks at once and go from there. I'm just gonna fill 2 slots
And we're gonna get this. I was testing another computer with this monitor, so I think it's set on 8. Come on, wake up. Wake up. I think it was delete was the boot key for this. Anyways, let's get it booted up, booted into M-Test 86. And we're gonna test the old RAM in here. So let me show you guys what I'm seeing a bit clear. There you go. That's what you get. You can, let me zoom that in a bit more for you. There you go. Now we go boot menu, which is F8. Today I learned. And then where is this it? The UE. The system found unauthorized changes on the firmware operating system. Please, or I think, oh, is that because secure boot is on? Let me just do that. Let me just get rid of secure boot. I don't even need secure boot. I'm running Windows 7, not Windows 11. I think I'll just disable secure boot and worry about that later. It detects the 2 sticks of RAM, so we're gonna go into advanced mode. Secure boot, key management, clear secure boot keys, yes. And then that disables secure boot. And launch from here. Is this going to give me the warning? Nope, now it's happy. That was just the issue with secure boot. So now it's going to run mem-test, and we'll see if there's any errors. It's 2% done already. After that, I'm not going to make you guys watch all through it. Maybe I'll speed run through it a bit. I don't know. This is mem-test. I'm going to find if any of these sticks have errors, because I'm pretty sure the CPU is good. It boots into Windows, but it didn't install Windows when I had the 64 gig sticks. And when I also tried with less sticks of this RAMs. I don't know if that was just a Windows install thing, but we're going to test all the RAM in mem-test, and we're going to see if it comes back with any passes or errors. I'm going to do this probably 2 RAM sticks at a time, because I feel like it. I'll let it do 1 or 2 passes, and I'll get back to you guys with the results. That wasn't too difficult. Mem-test is done. I ran through it, found 2 bad sticks, so I've got those replaced. I've got the 64 gigabytes of RAM loaded in. That's all happy now. So RAM issues fixed. Let's get into Windows. So how Legacy Update works is you just go to the Start menu once it's installed. You find it at legacyupdate.net. You install it. And then it'll check your PC, Windows XP, Windows Vista, Windows 7, works with all that stuff, and it'll check for the updates that you need to apply. And since Microsoft doesn't give updates anymore, you can get your updates through here for whatever you need. So it's already got me all up to date, but we'll let it go through here. There's some updates I didn't install, like some activation check update, even though I did get this activated. There's a ton of language packs I don't need to install. You can see here though, it did install Microsoft Edge on its own from one of the updates. This is the first time I've launched Microsoft Edge on this. Let's see what it wants to do. Is this the Chromium based Edge? I'm unsure. Let's see. I don't want to send them crash reports. Accept and get started. Focused, continue without signing in. So we're going to skip through all this crap. I don't want to deal with that. It feels kind of laggy. I don't know if that's just, like, the PC feels a lot more responsive outside of Edge. Edge itself feels absolutely sluggish. So I think we're going to need to find a better browser. But to start, we have Edge. Let's personalize Edge a bit. Can I get things like uBlock Origin Edge? Will that work from the Microsoft Edge add-on store? I need to download the new Edge. I think this is an old crappy version of Edge. Not like it was ever good. Should I uninstall this? What is the new version of Edge? Let's see. What do they want from me? Can I just not proceed further on here? Alright. I guess I need to figure out a Windows 7 browser. That's one thing I'll do, is figure out a good internet browser, and Microsoft Edge is useless, we've determined that, so let's just uninstall that. I've gone ahead and installed most of the drivers that I think I'll need. There we go, that's Microsoft Edge uninstalled. And did I close my Legacy Update? No, I didn't. That's gonna continue checking there for updates. It could take a while, that's alright. But we've got most of what we need for Windows 7. I've got The security essentials. Oh, there you go. You can see all the updates required. We're going to ignore that Microsoft Edge one. I'm going to close that. It just refreshed the page. I'm not sure if it liked me not installing the Edge update, but you can see there was just a bunch of language packs. So this Windows 7 is up to date, and now I can look into tinkering with it. Other things we're going to be putting into this is this ASUS BW16D1NT M-DISC and Blu-ray writer, and then I've got 2 of these 480 gigabyte Kingston SATA SSDs that we're gonna put in here because I thought, you know what, this RAID card thing is kind of cool, but these little hard drives, they're not needed anymore. We're gonna use some SSD. Just gonna see how that works. I don't know if the RAID controller is gonna like that. I don't know if they'll work in a RAID. I don't know if I'm gonna use them in RAID. I don't know if they'll just show up as normal SSDs, but we're gonna see what happens if I just smack them in there and see if they get going. And then just with all these out, we're gonna get to swapping these drives around. Let's get these 320 gig HDDs out and let's get these 480 gig SSDs in. Let's just take those all out of the packaging, pop them out, just nice and easy like that. Then we've got our 2 Kingston 480 gig SSDs. Cool, label looks the same on them. So these are mounted in from the bottom, and then that's too small of a screw. Driver bit, there we go. That seems to do the trick. Those are in there. Those are definitely in there. So it's on the more, there's a front and a rear screw on each of this. So I guess this chassis could be used with multiple types of devices, but in this one you put it on the far back slot. All right, and just like that, gamers, we've got the 2 Kingston 480 gig SSDs mounted in the hard drive bays. So with the hard drives removed and the SSDs in, let's get those in the computer. So these should just slide in nice and easy like that. Oh, there's one, and that fits in. Here's another, and that fits in. So both of those are in now. And then next, how can I get this drive out? Let's see. So I'm gonna have to remove the lid. So well, that's already all undone. I need to get these out. Oh no, that's for the RAID controller. We don't want to get those out. I want to get these out for the disk drive. So 2 Phillips screws, pretty big size. One. Is it only held in by 2 screws? That would be, I think so. 2. Then, will this just slide out? Or is there something else holding that? I guess I should try to move some power cables. There's a SATA connector going to that will disconnect. And a SATA power thing that will disconnect. So how does this want to come out? Oh, this might be held in from the other side. So let me, oh, my pizza's ready. I think I need to flip this over, and there's maybe screws on the other side. We'll just put this on to put this on. I guess I'll unplug everything because it doesn't need to be plugged in while it's being flipped. And alley-oop. No, I don't think. That's required. Oh, maybe it's just I'm goofy. I think I realize what you need to do. I think you take this off. I think these 4 come off. And it, like, is a cover. Maybe? So that's that. And then does this? Oh, yeah, that, like, moves together as a box. Okay, let me put those screws over here. And then can I... Does this all, is this just okay to lift? Oh, then this just lifts. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. That is all right. And then how do you,
Oh, and then it is screwed in from the other side. Okay, that's how that works. I just had a Hawaiian pizza, by the way, to treat myself. It was good. So let's get this out. So now I think I understand the whole layout of this little box. It is kind of modular, which would make sense. Oh, and then it pushes forwards out. So that's just some DVD read and write. Oh, there's the model number if you can see it. I'm on the other side right now, but we're gonna slide in the, so that just go, yeah, we're gonna slide in this here. Boom. And that fits just like a glove. Now, ain't that nice? 2 screws back in for the new M-DISC writer. Although it actually does look like 4 screws would fit on this box. But 2 screws should be enough per side. We don't need more than that. Oh, we do need to keep all our screws intact. Although I hope it's okay to burn on its side, because it will be burning on its side. This was that little SATA connector that went with it, so I can just kind of put that back. That's the right way? Yeah. Boop. And then this is the other one. So I can also just kind of put that back, because this is all modular enough to like move around a bit. And then we just put it back in like that. But it looks like there's a bit of room under. Let me see. What isn't going in here? Something's getting stuck. Let's see. Is it that? Is it that little thing there? That's not too bad to swap out, to be honest. If you work on cars, you're gonna love working on computers because it's so much easier. There's just so less movement required. One more there. Oh, come on. Magnetic screwdriver for the win. Let's not do that again. Let's not drop that. And then we got 2 more, and then we're done. And that's the SSDs in. That's the 64 gigabytes of RAM in. That's the M-DISC Blu-ray player in. That's the NVMe SSD in for the boot drive. It's a 980 Ti upgraded from the Quadro 2000D. Went from some other i7 to a 4930K. Is this gonna screw in? Here we go. So now that's all nice and solid there. I like that. Let's see. What can we just kind of hold that over there a bit more? Something like that. I don't know. That's decent. That's all good. That's the inside of this PC. We'll seal it on up now because that's about as upgraded as I think it needs to be. I've got the Wi-Fi card in too. Let's seal this up. Push that forward at the front. Spin that a bit. Oh. Oh, I messed up. I screwed this into the wrong spot. Gosh darn it. That makes sense. Okay, that's in now. I was wondering why the thing wouldn't close. So now that's gonna fit on way more like a glove because I don't have a screw in the wrong spot. So front one in, rear one, please go in. Yay, it goes in now. That's in. Then we got one over here. That's in. Here's how it looks like from the rear, by the way, with the Wi-Fi adapter that I got. I think this is pretty cool with the 4 antennas. Hopefully it works good. I took the 2 500 gigabyte SSDs that I put in there out, and we're going to worry about them later because I found out this spot here was exactly sized right to hold an SSD. This is fully screwed in. This ain't going anywhere. I just unscrewed these 4 screws. This plate came out, screwed it in. I just used the screws that was holding it in there. And I did that because in the motherboard, if you notice, there's these different SATA connectors. So this one says SSD caching, and this one doesn't. I'm not sure if there's a huge difference, but obviously this darker blue one here is meant for your main SSD that they expected you to use at the time. I will be using that for this 4TB SSD, and I think I'll install some games on it. Let's get going. Let's plug in the power supplies and get it running. And the HDMI cable, need that. It's nice, don't need a converter anymore. And gamers, what a classic noise. You just don't hear that nice noise anymore. Welcome to Windows 7. I've got it set up with older NVIDIA drivers. As you can see here, I have a few things in the downloads. I downloaded Firefox ESR 115.23, which currently still supports Windows 7. It works with all modern internet browsing. You wouldn't know you're using a slightly outdated web browser. So this is a good web browser if you want to use Windows 7. Don't need to use Internet Explorer. I didn't feel like using Edge, as it's a bit of an older version of Edge installed. So if you use something Chromium based, there's another browser out there for you, but I like using Firefox. I had some trouble getting the NVIDIA drivers to work. Microsoft stopped signing drivers for Windows 7 in 2023, and it's just a mess with the NVIDIA drivers. So I needed some 2018 driver. This is the one I found on some forum, version 391.35. I installed that and everything just came to life. I tried so much troubleshooting, getting version 475.14 to work. Everything I tried didn't work. I tried BCD edit and command prompt to turn off the integrity checks. I tried booting without driver signature enforcement. I tried right-clicking the properties of the executable, going to the signature thing, digital signature thing, installing the certificate. Nothing I tried could get it to work. Safe mode, anything. I used the display driver uninstaller, DDU, to uninstall the drivers. I tried that driver so many times and nothing would work. But now we have Windows 7 Aero working good as intended. That's all nice. Firefox will open that for you, just show you that. It works fine. The Windows 7 Aero theme is nice. That wasn't working at first. The resolution looked off until I got this older graphics driver installed. It's all up to date with Legacy Update. I have a few games installed, but I'm going to save that for a part 2 of the video because by popular demand, I have some folks that know I'm working on this video and they want me to get it out. So I think I'm going to get a capture card and figure out how to do the game captures properly, showing what's going on with this machine. I would like to do that. So for now, I'll just run Crystal Disk Mark because it's wonderful to see. Back in the day on Windows 7, you would only get around 500 megabytes a second on your boot drive because Windows 7 ran on SATA SSDs. Now we all have NVMe M.2 SSDs, which is what I've gotten here. It's limited to 4 gigabytes per second, and I don't think I'll get exactly that. But if we look at the read and write of my boot drive, you can see for Windows 7, 3,500 megabytes per second read is pretty good. I'm very happy with that. We'll let it go through that and we'll see what happens on the write. I won't run through all of it, but let's let it go. And there you have it, folks. The speed test for the OS is pretty good, I'd say. We're hitting over 3,000 megabytes per second. That's very impressive for Windows 7. It's got no native NVMe slots on the motherboard, so we're working over PCIe here. Pretty impressive technology for a $15, $20 Amazon adapter. So for now, I'm going to leave it here, folks. I do have one other thing to show you before we continue on to part 2, because it will help with part 2. There's a nice shutdown noise. Something that I've done off camera that I want to surprise you folks with.
I put a dual boot on this of Windows 10. Windows 7, of course, is what we signed up for here, but there's some modern games like Doom 2016 that just will not run on Windows 7. I'm not sure about the open core API and all that stuff. I could give it a whirl, but I have a dual boot of Windows 10 just to try some of the more modern games, modern software that doesn't run on Windows 7. But we are leaving Windows 7 fully intact also. Both of these OSs are up and running, fully functional, and we'll continue on part 2 with some benchmarks, some testing. We know this is a very stable computer, very good computer at this point. It runs both OSs flawlessly and great. It can run modern web browsers, runs no lag and all that stuff. The 4th gen Intel i7 and the 980 Ti still hold up great in 2025, at least for modern computing. We'll see how gaming does in the next episode. Have a great day, folks. Thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.